Welcome back to General Hospital Spoilers, where today we dive into the emotional turbulence hitting Port Charles like a tidal wave. As Tuesday, May 27, 2025, arrives, the long-buried secrets of parentage, betrayal, and redemption come surging to the surface, forcing everyone involved to confront the ghosts they thought would remain buried forever. Gio's revelation has detonated a bomb in the lives of Brooke Lynn Quartermaine and Dante Falconeri. The truth, that Gio is their biological son, has shaken both to the core, exposing not only their past decisions but also the unspoken fractures in their already complicated lives. For Gio, the emotional wreckage is overwhelming. He feels abandoned, believing the two people who gave him life chose to forget him, erase him, and deny him the love he's longed for. Worse, Gio is convinced they've always known the truth and chose silence over reconciliation. But Brooke Lynn, now caught in the fallout, is equally devastated, not because the truth has surfaced, but because she had no idea her son was living right under her nose. 2 decades ago, she made a harrowing choice, handing over her newborn to adoption. That child, whom she loved but couldn't raise, became the mystery boy who would return as a young man carrying resentment and unanswered questions. Brooke Lynn had trusted her mother, Lois, to see that Gio would have a better life. What she never expected was betrayal from the one person she trusted the most. Dante, meanwhile, is consumed with disbelief and betrayal. He searches desperately for Brooke Lynn, driven by anger but fueled by confusion. For him, the betrayal is layered. Not only has he been robbed of knowing his son, but he's also questioning whether Brooke Lynn ever intended to tell him the truth. As their inevitable confrontation looms, emotions bubble dangerously close to the surface. The preview hints at a heated, chaotic exchange between the two, a moment where guilt, rage, sorrow, and disbelief will all collide. But while Brooke Lynn and Dante struggle to catch their breath, Lois Cerullo stands at the center of the storm. Her silence over the years has become an avalanche of consequences. She had raised Gio under the guise of being his cousin Camilla, a lie that, once unveiled, shattered every existing bond. Now she must account for her actions, not just to Brooke Lynn and Dante, but to Ned, Olivia, and most importantly, to Gio himself. What were her motivations? Was it protection, fear, guilt, or something far more complicated? Ned and Olivia, blindsided by Lois's duplicity, find themselves pulled into the emotional mess. The Quartermaines have faced their share of scandals, but this revelation threatens the very foundation of their family. Trust has been decimated. The question lingers: can any of these relationships be salvaged after so much manipulation? Gio, now standing at the center of this unraveling family tapestry, has to navigate a new identity, new parents, and a rewritten history. For a young man trying to make sense of his life, this newfound truth could either offer healing, or irreparable damage. Meanwhile, Cody Bell is facing his own reckoning. While not directly responsible for Gio's concealment, Cody has known far more than he ever let on. His silence has compounded the betrayal. As Dante's best friend, his failure to come forward with the truth, especially after learning Brooke Lynn's pregnancy was never truly a secret, has made him complicit. Now, he must wrestle with the guilt of not just betrayal but the lost years that could have been. As the fallout unfolds, the drama doesn't stop there. Across town, another explosion of emotions is building, this time, from the unexpected return of Michael Corinthos. Dressed sharply in a tuxedo, his arrival at the nurses' ball electrifies the room. With a calm but resolute demeanor, Michael walks straight toward his son Wiley and simply says, "We're going home." The moment stuns everyone, but its true impact is only beginning to manifest. For Willow and Drew, the sight of Michael, healthy, confident, and back in town, sends their plans for full custody into chaos. They had crafted an agreement, presumably generous, offering Michael partial custody, weekends, holidays, a few summer weeks. But they underestimated one thing: Michael's will to fight. That agreement now feels irrelevant. His mere presence, vibrant and determined, changes everything. Nina, always quick to sense shifting dynamics, springs into action. She had tried to act as a buffer, helping Drew and Willow protect their family from legal complications. But she now sees the tide turning swiftly. She remembers the papers Willow and Drew signed, documents naming one another as the children's legal guardians in case of emergencies. But now that Michael is back, alive and seemingly thriving, he could use those very documents against them. And so, Nina does what she does best, strategizes. Her next move? Go to Sonny Corinthos. Nina's plea to Sonny will be pivotal. Once her lover, Sonny's allegiance now remains ambiguous. Will he support Nina and intervene on behalf of Drew and Willow, or will paternal loyalty to Michael prevail? Nina knows she's walking a tightrope, and one wrong move could cost her everything, again. Elsewhere, Sasha breathes a cautious sigh of relief. Her anxiety about being pulled into the impending courtroom war between Michael and Willow now seems, at least momentarily, diminished. With Michael's return, there's hope that the trial may not reach full combustion. Sasha, still recovering from her own emotional scars, wants no part in a custody battle that could further destabilize the lives of two innocent children. Still, Port Charles isn't known for clean endings. Every revelation tends to crack open another secret, another deception. With Gio's paternity out in the open, with Michael's sudden reappearance, and with Nina once again pulling the strings, it's clear that Tuesday's episode is just the beginning of the storm. Loyalties will shift, relationships will fracture, and everyone will be forced to choose a side, knowing that, this time, the cost of silence or the wrong decision may be too high to bear. Stay tuned as Port Charles braces for what may be one of its most emotionally devastating weeks in recent memory. Nothing stays buried forever in this town, and when the truth rises, it never does so gently.